Let me get 1 dolphin, 1 sea cow, 1 poisonous blowfish, 2 blowfish. Ooh, sea turtle. In the near future, these options may be our reality.
So the oceans are providing medicines for people, specifically coral reefs, really the medicine chest of the sea. All animals are producing chemical compounds, and we're taking advantage of that chemistry, isolating it, and figuring out how it can protect people.
Cultured in labs, some compounds are already healing people today. Sea whips relieve asthma sufferers, venomous cone snails ease pain, and a reef sponge has been helping leukemia patients for over 30 years.
Chemistry is the language of life in the ocean and on a coral reef. A lot of animals in the sea don't actually have eyes or ears, so they're using those chemical cues to figure out what's going on.
And there's a lot going on. More than 1/4 of the ocean's organisms call coral reefs home, yet they cover less than 1% of the ocean floor. That's some serious biodiversity, and it's led to some remarkable survival skills. Some partner up, some grab space wherever they can, while others take no prisoners. This abundance of life also attracts larger animals in their search for food. Sharks, dolphins, rays, and others value the wildlife that gathers around coral. Those others include birds and people. Where there's a tasty crab or fish for the taking, there's probably a beak or a boat out to get it.
When you look at a coral reef, it's just so incredibly alive and vibrant, and you just can't even imagine what's happening when you're above the surface.
Especially while at a calm beach. By breaking powerful waves far from land, coral reefs prevent land erosion, create calm inland oases, and it's actually a source of beach sand. Gotta love reefs, but where are we in this picture?
We have a huge influence on what is happening in the oceans. In this case, we are top predators. Whether it's that we're taking fish from the sea or things we're doing on land, we have a big role to play.
And big roles can be found on little islands. The Pacific island nation of Palau is leading the world in balancing the needs of those that depend on reefs, above and below the waterline.
The people of Palau, they have stood up and challenged their peers, their neighbors, countries across the globe to protect their marine resources.
They've designated sensitive areas like fish nurseries as no-take zones, so there's fish for another day. They created the world's first shark sanctuary, and they guide their ever-important tourism industry so visitors take only pictures and leave only bubbles.
Now, Palauans recognize that they can only do so much. They are influenced by what's happening in the world. So what you're doing in New York City or Kansas City or Los Angeles matters to the sea. There's so many things in your daily life that affect the ocean. Whether you're fertilizing your lawn or you've got cows on a farm, all of those things affect the ocean in the end.
Traveling down streams and rivers, fertilizers and other things not intended for the ocean do eventually reach the seas. So what we do on land or put into it must be done with the ocean in mind. The same goes for what we take out of the ocean.
What fish you buy really matters because it affects the demand in the marketplace. So you can buy ocean-friendly fish when you're at a restaurant or at the grocery store so that you're not selecting fish that are important for example, coral reefs. We're all connected and we depend on people across the globe to behave responsibly, to make good decisions so that coral reef resources persist over time.
Coral reefs may depend on us, but more importantly, we depend on the reefs for food, recreation, even life-saving medicine. Nature works hard, and that's why we work hard for nature.